Hi, thanks for joining me today. We're going to be doing a Pilates inspired mat workout using one dumbbell. I have a 4-pound dumbbell. You can go lighter. You can do the whole workout without a dumbbell. If you want to go heavier, I would suggest not going heavier than 5 pounds. We are using one dumbbell so that we have to use our core stabilizing muscles during the exercises. So that's why we're staying light. Right, let's get started with a warm-up. You can just put that dumbbell aside and just start by getting comfortable in a seated position on your mat. You can sit up on a cushion like I am or another prop. Taking a couple deep breaths. Let's roll our shoulders up and back. Sitting tall, thinking about that tall spine, crown of the head reaching to the ceiling. Bring your arms out to a T with palms facing forward. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Inhaling here, exhale to cross your arms and touch opposite shoulders, and then come back out to that T position and cross again. And just keep going here, alternate which arm comes on top. So just notice which arm is on top and switch. Keep going. Just getting our heart rate up, our breathing rate up a little bit as we warm up here. Staying tall. Let's do a couple more. Nice work. Out to the side and then let those fingertips come down. Take a moment to tune into the core engagement. So lower abdominals are scooping just a little bit in and up. You feel that core engagement, feel yourself get a little bit taller and chest lifts. Fingertips down to the mat. Right arm comes up to the ceiling, and then we're gonna side bend over. Just a nice gentle side bend. Back to center. Other arm comes up, side bend over. Inhale at center. We'll go one more each side. And exhale as you bend over. Last one here. Nice work. And pause with both fingertips down on the mat. We could roll the shoulders up and back again. If you're sitting cross-legged, take a look down at your legs. See which leg is in front. And then we're going to stretch our legs out, give them a little shake. And then maybe come into the cross-legged position with the other leg in front. Find your dumbbell and let's put it in our right hand. Again, we're tuning into core engagement, sitting tall, chest lifted, shoulders relaxed. Bring that weight in front of you and with the opposite hand make a fist and bring knuckles together. Elbows are out wide. I call this my tree hugger position. Imagine you have your arms around a tree or a big ball. We're going to keep our elbows bent like this as we bring our arms out to the side and then back to center. Inhale here, exhale, pull out to the side. So with the weight in one hand, we're using our trunk muscles to stabilize, as well as some upper body and arm strengthening. Let's do one more on this side. And then when the hands come together, just switch that dumbbell to the other hand. And we continue. As you open those arms out to the side, think about pulling the scapula together on the upper back. So shoulder blades squeezing back towards the spine. Nice work, one more. And we can put that weight down. Just have it somewhere handy. We're going to make our way to hands and knees. If you are sitting up on a prop, you can put that off to the side. Come into your tabletop position, hands and knees with wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, spreading fingers wide. And our head stays in line with the spine. Have that little scoop in the lower abdominals. Keeping your knee bent, lift your right leg up behind you. Foot is flexed. And then just let your foot sway side to side. So your foot can cross midline, come over to the left, and then through center and over to the right. So just let your foot windshield wiper in the air, internal, external rotation at the hip. And if you want, you can add looking over your shoulder in the same direction that your foot is moving. So a nice gentle side to side bend through the body, through the spine. And we're breathing, maybe one more to each side. And then come to center, let that leg come down, have a breath. Left leg lifts, knee is staying bent, foot is flexed. Again, start windshield wiper with the foot. You could add looking over your shoulder. Let's do one more each direction. Come to center and let that knee come down. And you can take a moment to roll out your wrists, shake out your arms. And a reminder to always listen to your own body before you listen to my instructions. Feel free to modify and take breaks anytime. Find your dumbbell. Let's take that in our right hand. And then holding it in my right hand, I'm going to bring it slightly forward. So I have this extended arm holding the dumbbell. Opposite leg, left leg is going to come out behind me and land lightly on my toes. So right arm, left leg. I'm going to lift my arm about halfway to shoulder height. At the same time, I'm going to lift my left leg. And then arm and leg lower. And lift and lower. We're keeping the torso of the body stable. Breathing as we're working our back strength, back of the shoulder, and the glutes. We'll do two more here. Nice work. And you can bring that hand down, knee down, switching sides with your dumbbell. Dumbbell into the left hand, bringing it slightly forward. Right leg is going to extend out behind us. We're going to be light on our toes. And then here we go again. We're lifting arm and leg. Just a little lift of that dumbbell. Focusing on nice full breaths. Stability and then mobility. One more here, you got it. Nice work. Bringing the knee down and the weight down. We'll swing our feet forward and come into our boat position. So feet are flat on the mat, about hip width apart, and legs are parallel to each other. Little scoop in the lower abdominals, engaging our core muscles. And then lift up this dumbbell, and we're going to hold it in two hands. So I'm holding each end of the dumbbell here. We'll start with a boat pose hold. I'm going to bring the dumbbell close to my chest with core engagement. I'm keeping my spine neutral and then just leaning back slightly. Now you can just stay here. We're doing an isometric hold and breathing. If you want to add some balance challenge, you could lift your feet, hover those feet, holding here, lifting the chest, and breathing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your feet come down, coming up nice and tall. Extend your arms out in front of you, still holding the dumbbell. We'll do a half roll down and then a twist. So starting here, we're going to a little tuck of our tailbone as we round the back, leaning back partway toward the mat. Pause. Bend your elbows, bring that dumbbell towards your chest. Little twist to one side, through center, over to the other side. Back to center, extend the arms and lift yourself up. Here we go again, half roll down, letting that back round as we come down. Pause, pull the weight towards the chest. Maybe your twist starts to the other side this time. Twist to one side, twist to the other side, back to center, extend the dumbbell, come up tall. 2 more times, half roll down, pull the weight in, twist, twist, working those oblique abdominals, coming back to center, extend the dumbbell, coming up tall. Last one, half roll down, pull in, twist, twist, center, and lift. Nice work. So put the dumbbell beside you where you'll be able to find it. We're going to make our way onto our back. So you could reach your arms forward and use abdominal control to roll yourself down. Arriving on your back, take a couple big breaths. We'll start with one upper body curl up. So inhaling here, and as you exhale, lift that upper body up and over. Eyes are looking down to the thighs or down to the belly. Lift the arms, palms are facing down. We're just pausing here, and then we're coming all the way back down. So we'll be doing a few exercises in that upper body curl position. A couple things to note. If you find yourself looking up at the ceiling, then just put your head down because that's very straining on the neck. And if at any point you're feeling discomfort or pain in your neck, put your head down, keep going with the arm and leg moves. Let's take care of our neck. All right, going into hundreds. So I'm going to check that I have a bit of a scoop in my lower belly, pulling the navel slightly towards the spine. Lift one foot, lift the other foot. We'll keep our knees bent today for hundreds. Inhale here, exhale, curl up and over, lift those arms, palms facing down. Start pumping your arms, nice strong arms. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Keep going with your breath. A reminder, you can put your head down anytime. Breathing in and out. Breathe in and out. Let's do one more round. Breathing in and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let your head come down. You could pull your knees towards your chest. Just have a stretch here. Big breath, and then feet come down. Today we're going to do 3 sets of single leg stretch. We're going to do a variation with punching arm moves. Our first set, we will not use the weight. And then the second set will be in the right hand and the third set in the left hand. So let's review our positioning here. Core engaged, lift one foot, lift the other foot. Upper body curls up and over. Make 2 light fists. Fists are in front of my thighs. As my right leg extends, my right arm punches forward. And then I switch sides. Switch and switch. And keep going. Nice strong extending arm and leg. And I'm breathing. Curling up and over, looking down towards my legs or my body. And we'll go for 4 more here. You got this. 4, 3, 2, 1. And let the head come down. You could pull the knees to the chest. If you want, have a little rock side to side. Massage out the lower back. Feet come down to the mat. Find your dumbbell. We're going to put that in the right hand. core engaged, lifting feet, upper body curls up, hands in front of thighs as that right leg extends, the right arm holding the dumbbell extends, and then we switch and breathe. Keep going, you got it. We'll go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down, head down, feet down. And as you switch the dumbbell to the other hand, make sure you're doing that over top of your body, not over top of your head for safety. Here we go again. Scoop, lift, upper body curl up, light fists, left leg extends, left arm is punching, and switch, and switch. Nice and strong, in control, and breath. Good work, you guys. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower head and feet. And just put that dumbbell off to the side. Walk your feet a little wider on your mat. We'll do some windshield wiper knees. Let both knees sway over to one side and through center to the other side. Inhale and exhale. Nice dynamic stretch here. One more each side. And then come to center. Bring your feet back to hip width. Have a big breath. Our next exercise is crisscross. So we're just going to leave that dumbbell off to the side for now. Core engaged. Lifting feet. Upper body curls up and over. Hands lightly behind my head, interlaced. I'm not pulling on my head. My elbows are going to stay wide. So I'm not trying to reach my elbow toward my knee. Right knee comes in, left leg extends, twist to the right, and then over to the other side. Left knee comes in and twist. And keep going side to side. We're going nice and slow, using abdominal strength. And breathing. Targeting those oblique abdominals at the sides. Hands are light behind the head, elbows wide for 4, 3, 2, last one, and center, head down, feet down. Let's take a full body stretch. Straighten your legs on the mat, arms to the ceiling, let your arms come overhead. You could have a bit of a bend in your elbows. Take a couple breaths here. Just let yourself sink into the mat. And then bring your arms back to the side of your body. Palms are down. Slide your feet in. We're going to prepare for bridge. So you could walk your feet nice and close to your body. Arms at your side with palms down. Push into your feet. Lift your hips to the ceiling. Come into your bridge position. Legs are staying parallel to each other. And then very slowly come down. Take your time to lower, feeling each part of the back touching down. Now option, you can leave your dumbbell off to the side or add your dumbbell for a bit of resistance. So we're going to hold that in the 2 hands and bring it over top of the lower abdominals with my hands resting on the hip bones or the pelvis. And again, we're going to lift into bridge, pausing at the top, slowly coming down. I'm checking that my knees are not falling out to the side, lifting up again. We're going to pause here, lifted in bridge, challenging ourselves to keep our hips level. Bring your right knee towards your chest and lower back down. Left knee towards the chest and lower. And keep going like this, alternating This march in the air. Again, checking that I'm keeping my hips lifted and level, and that I'm breathing. And we'll do one more each side. Good work. And when your feet come back down, we'll lower down again. And the dumbbell can go off to the side, rolling onto the side of the body. Support your head with your lower arm. Both knees are going to be bent. So we've got bent knees coming forward. And you can either have your elbow bent, or if it's more comfortable, let your head come right down onto your lower arm. Let's hold on to our weight. That top elbow is tucked into the side of the waist, and the elbow is going to stay there. We'll start with the leg move, keeping hips stacked, feet together. Lift and lower that top knee, targeting the muscles outside of the hip. Adding our arm, at the same time the knee lifts, we're lifting the weight. Again, keeping the elbow touching the side of the body. Shoulder external rotation. And we're still using the stabilizing muscles here to keep ourselves from rolling back. And we'll do 2 more. Nice. And you can just put that dumbbell down. Let's keep our bottom leg bent as we extend the top leg. Top leg is hovering, foot is flexed, and then little circles here in the air. In one direction, and when you're ready, change direction with your little circles. See how still you can keep your upper body. One more circle. Nice work. Pause and then extend the bottom leg. So both legs extended out behind you. We're going to go into a side stretch with a couple options here. So bending that top knee, bring your foot behind you. Option 1, let the toes come down to the mat or the floor and just stay here. We're going for a stretch in the front of the hip, hip flexors, and into our thigh, into the quadriceps. If it's available, the next option is to reach your hand for your foot, your ankle, maybe your pant leg, and then let that top knee fall toward the bottom knee. Wherever you are, you can let your head come down and be supported by your bottom arm. Taking a few deep breaths. So stretches should not cause discomfort or pain. We want to be able to take those full breaths, using the exhales to relax into the position. Maybe that top shoulder can come back a little bit. Let's have one more breath. And then release this position and make your way to the other side. So let's get set up on our other side. We're supporting the head in whichever way is comfortable for you. Bending the knees. Holding the weight in the top hand with my elbow into my side. Starting just with the legs, we're going to lift and lower that top knee. And then adding upper arm, lift the dumbbell. So as the knee lifts, we're lifting the dumbbell, keeping the elbow tucked in. We're always checking back to our breath too. So Pilates incorporates a lot of breathing. So we always want that oxygen circulating to our muscles. Let's do one more. And then you can put the weight down. Keeping bottom leg bent, we're going to extend the top leg. Foot is flexed and little circles here. When you're ready, you can change direction with your circles. One more circle. And then extend that bottom leg, both legs extended. Let's go into the stretch. Again, your options, bending that top knee. You can bring your foot behind you, or if it's available, reach for your foot. Bring your head down. So a lot of us spend a good part of the day sitting, and stretching out hip flexors and quadriceps is a great way to counteract the tightness that we get in the front of our hips from sitting. So just try to rest into this position. One more big breath. And release. We're going to make our way back to hands and knees for a little more arm and shoulder toning and upper back. Coming back to this tabletop position. I'm taking the dumbbell into my right hand. My core is engaged, and I'm going to start with a row here. So pulling that elbow up towards the side of my body and then lowering. And again, row and lower. So thinking about the scapula, shoulder blade pulling back towards the spine, activating those upper back muscles. Also working shoulder and biceps. Next time you lift, pause here with the elbow lifted, elbow close to the body. Keep the upper arm stable as you extend and bend at the elbow. Now working triceps, back of the arm with control. 2 more. Nice work. And you can bring that weight down, and let's switch sides. Holding the weight in the left hand, I'll turn around so you can see my arm. You can stay where you are. And let's start with that row. Elbow pulls in and down. So because we have a fairly light weight, we can really tune in to what's happening here at our upper back, visualizing the scapula pulling back. Next time we pull up, let's pause, keep that elbow lifted, extend the arm and bend. Upper arm is stable. Coming back to breath. And we'll do 2 more. Nice work. And you can put the weight down, put the weight off to the side. We'll do a couple back strengthening exercises. So make your way right down onto your belly. Stack your hands, forehead rests on your hands. We're going to keep our hands together. We're going to keep the forehead glued down to the hands. A little bit of a scoop in the lower abdominal still. Lifting upper body, head, arms, chest, hands against the forehead, and lower down. Again, lifting upper body. Bring your left arm out to the side, extend it out to a T, about shoulder level, and then bend the elbow, bring the hand back and lower. Lifting up again, right arm out to the side, and bend and lower. We'll do 1 more to each side. Lift, 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 reach out to the side, bend and lower. Last one, lift, reach, bend, and lower. And then just let your forehead rest down onto your stacked hands. We're going to lift both legs off the mat. We're going to tap our heels together. So little taps here. Keep going. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Place your hands under your shoulders. Push yourself up, hands and knees. Go ahead and extend your right leg out behind you. Land on your toes. push the heel away. Start to slow your breath down. We're going into our cool down portion where we're letting our heart rate and our breathing rate come back down toward normal levels and incorporating a few stretches. So we should feel this stretch in the lower leg, calf, ankle, and into the foot. Another breath here. Let that knee come down, left leg out behind you, land on the toes, push the heel away. Knee comes down. We're going to go into a child's pose. So a couple options. You could have your knees close together. You can keep your big toes touching and knees come a little bit wider. Let the hips fall down toward the heels. And either stack your hands under your forehead or reach your arms forward, allowing your body to sink into the mat, toward the mat. If your arms are reaching forward, you could bring your palms to touch and then bend your elbows and bring your hands towards the back of your head or your upper back for a bit of a stretch into the upper arms. And tuning into your breath, allowing yourself to relax into the position of your choice. And bring your arms down. Lift yourself up. And we're going to come back to seated position so you could find your prop or your cushion. Sitting tall, shoulders roll back, fingertips down. Let's do those side bends. So right arm is going to lift up to the ceiling, exhale over to the side, back to center, arm lowers, left arm comes up, side bend over, back to center. This time as we lift the right arm and come over to the side, pause here and either just stay over to the side or maybe bring that arm slightly forward and look down towards the mat. A little bit more of a stretch into the upper back. Staying in your side bend, bring your arm back over to the side and then lift up. And we'll go to the other side. Left arm lifts over, side bend. Again, you can stay here or maybe bring that arm slightly forward, looking down to the mat. Lifting up, back to center, arm comes down. Sitting tall, shoulders relaxed away from the ears. Let's finish with one big breath together. So as we breathe in, arms are going to reach up to the ceiling. And as we exhale, arms come down. Great work today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'd be so happy if you would like this video, comment on how you liked the workout today, and subscribe to my channel to join me for more workouts.